What's going on, traders? Hey guys, doing a wrap up for the week. Really good week. A lot of you told me you had record weeks. Um, this was a record week for you. Some of you are new on options and absolutely killed it. Some of you are starting out with futures, and I saw some of your biggest days. Um, so I'm proud of a lot of you guys. You've been working hard on the model and been in here every day with me and just working on stuff. So I just want to do a recap for the week. I think it's important you do this every day in your journal when you're recapping your trades, but then also for the week. Um, I try to think about the week on a Friday as far as what I did right and what I did wrong versus you wait till Sunday and it's just not as fresh. So that's where you're going to make the improvements. And then, we talk about things in our mentorship where you want to write down just some specific trading goals every day that you want to work on. And you take those into next week. And then that's how you kind of improve and you grow in your trading habits and your the psychology that you have as a trader. So your mental analysis, not just getting good with the charts, not just getting good with your execution, working your size, but you have to really focus on the mental part. So that's all in the process of journaling and reviewing. So that said, really good covers with Bitcoin here into the low today. So we'll see what holds up. Now, you guys know I want you trailing out and let the market take you out of these shorts. But because the market is closed as far as futures over the weekend, you can get a scenario in crypto where the cash market will bounce and you're not able to react and cover. So I'm looking for, could we bottom here at 3,000? Sure. Could we bottom at 2,000? Sure. And 2,000 is not that far away. You could be there by Sunday. And the point being is we've got gains in here. I'd rather book gains in futures than have to scramble and cover if the market were to bounce over the weekend. I don't want to give all these gains back and have to lift an offer at 4,000 on Sunday. So I'd rather normally I want you letting the market take you out, but this is a good place to cover in front of 3,000. It's the old low. I talked about that in the video earlier, so I'm not going to explain that. As far as S&Ps go, we closed right on the major support that we covered into yesterday, and that held. Now, I'm kind of a little bit disappointed that we didn't sell pie here today, but I didn't want to push it in futures after having a really good week. I thought we covered really well, and sometimes it's just better to be patient, let the market come to you. People that weren't patient in each one of these rallies, look where we were covering, and then we were reshorting here. We're not reshorting here. We're not reshorting here. We're not reshorting here. Same thing. We're not shorting into these lows after the cycle's turned. We're waiting for the right-hand side of the cycle. So if you sold here, great. If you bought the VIX here, you had a nice rest of just to cap off your week. But I was kind of happy with just covering some SPY puts. I didn't really do anything in futures other than a little short oil position we had that we scalped around this morning. So a couple of you guys held it, and it was a nice trade. Put the signals back on here. 1 second. So we sold that a couple times, ended up covering right in here. I didn't signal that last one. Some of you stuck with it into the close, so that was a nice short. That's all I really did in futures. But had nice gains again today on the options side. So what did we do? We covered spider puts again. I got all my SPY puts. Now I'm just playing the short and option space via XLK. So I have XLK puts. We've liked being short technology for months now. We're trading around Apple, and oops, that's on the wrong chart. Oh, wait a second. What did I do? There we go. So I'm kind of in and out of a long and a short, depending on what this guy's doing. But there's points this week we were long, and then there was points where I sell out of my calls and then be short calls, and I covered them and re-short and cover. But I think this is a really important level. I highlighted it on the weekly in Apple, is that this is a BCI, guys, on the weekly and the close. So there's room now. I'm not kidding, for Apple to go back to 145. These lows here is 150, pretty major. You got support here, but this is a no man's land to me. Our stuff says we've got a better shot at going back to 140, 150 here. And people are going to be freaking out at that point, and that's where we want to start trying to play along again. Not trying to play, but just maybe getting more aggressive, more consistently long with a core long. Here we've been kind of nibbling and then punching out and coming back in. So anyway, covered some calls there. And here I covered some short calls. Sold some calls into the close too. Oh, and then XLU, we absolutely nailed that yesterday. This is our second best idea besides being long treasuries. And we bought them picked, bought the low in XLU. I still think you can make a new high here, but I've come out of half my position. So everything is still bearish going into next week. You know, we're at support, but we're only 1, 2, 3, 4 days halfway through the cycle, and I've been saying this week, is that the implied volatility on the VIX is not back to levels that we see real panic like we had at some of these other lows. So there's a lot of room here for the implied vol to come. Look at these levels we were up at here. All right, when we were down on these lows, look at these levels. We're not even close to that type of panic. So I think there is more to go. I think there's real risk that we take out these lows. So we'll see where we open up Sunday, but it's going to be the same game plan for next week. I mean, we do have a daily cycle that's low. So, you know, we've done the right thing making sales and covering. But when we get bounces, like other than this was a Friday, when we get bounces to the top of the bands like this, that's a great place to re-short. And do the opposite of that with buying VIX calls, VIX futures. We had big gains on UVXY this week on the long side. We only play this on the long side when volatility is in an uptrend and is in a bull market. Otherwise, you get crushed on the decay playing UVXY. But even here, you can see the applied vol is still really low. I mean, we've been at crazy levels. We haven't even seen panic. Maybe we get it next week. I think that's pretty much it, guys. We covered some crypto earlier. If you want, check that out. So here's what I did in options today. I want to just explain for people that maybe new how they can get involved with our real-time alerts. This is a $100 a month product or membership, and I'm giving you signals, and we're having chat room discussions across all markets: crypto, equities and ETFs, commodities, bonds, and Forex. And just alone here on equities, I counted out, today was a little bit light, but just alone in equities yesterday I did 14 signals, buys and sells. On the charts I just showed you, I didn't even highlight. So here was Tesla in here. I mean, we were nailing a lot of these moves. If you're playing a core short on Tesla, it's been backing up on us. But look, when we were buying puts, shorting calls, covering, reselling, rebuying a little bit of puts, rebuying a little puts, sold more calls that we covered down here, covered those into the close. I mean, that was a big move right there. I think I sold 347.5 calls at 28 and bought them back at like 12 or 18 or something like that. So anyway, guys, the the value you get for $100 a month. There isn't any service with any type of timing product anywhere that exists for independent traders. This is the stuff we'll work with institutional guys on. I used to just do treasuries, and we're going to start doing more of that also. But yeah, I mean, one trade more than pays for itself. This is just a look at some of the stuff we did here in XLU. This is just what I still have on, and it's open. I was booking. I'll just show you this because some people, results matter. Today's gain, I mean, that was big XLU. That was a spider puts I sold out of. What was left of them? Some more Tesla 350 puts. I covered half of that position, another $500. This is Tesla that we covered, that 347.5. I think I can show you where I actually sold. That's in the trading floor. So here's today. This is our realized Apple short calls, 172.5. So we're short from yesterday. Covered those. Spider puts, that was the one I showed earlier. Tesla. So I sold 28 here and bought back 14s. I mean, for $100, you're going to get that type of precision and timing and buy and sell signals. So that's kind of a no-brainer, guys. And then we also have what I call my live trading team. We're on together every day. It's a closed group webinar fashion. You can communicate with me. See, we trade in real time, go through markets in real time. And that's just a great way to, you're trading with a high-level professional, and we have a team everybody made money today. Everybody made money this week that's in that group. So, I'm excited about it. So this is the way you can get involved, jenkinsrm.com. We got our links working today, so sign up here. I can send you a link to the chat room. You can get on my mailing list. I got a free ebook here also just to add some value. And then, or you can come here to the chat room, guys. That'll throw you right into this. This is our chat room. So you'll come into the trading floor. It's free to join here. You can message me if you're interested in any of our services. All right. I was going to start blogging more. But this is the real-time alerts I was talking about. This is our live trading room. You also get the real-time alerts with that. It's $100 a month more. Again, that's every day. If we're trading London, you're in there 5 days a week, trading the close. And then I have my 2 courses, my trading model, which is my main staple course that I teach. It's 9 hours of my institutional model when I ran a rates desk. I traded bonds institutionally for 10 years. And then this I throw in the options product right here. And this is kind of my elite group of coaching and mentees. So here I work with you individually in a group setting. And it's 8 sessions, 2 hours each. And this is where we get into mental analysis or trading plan, because every trader is different. And it's not just about me telling you what to do. And, you really want to work on yourself. So that's something you can do for the rest of your life, completely independent, trade anywhere you want, wherever you want. And so this is a great value, though. Not only do you get the course, you get to work with me, to coach you, be with you, teach you, train you, work with you individually. When we're in the live room, I'm just covering markets and trading. I'm not teaching you or helping you with what's going on. If you really want to go to the next level, that's what this is all about. And then you also get the live room, which is another $1,800 value. So that's us. If you're new, and then you guys can follow me on Twitter always at DJasonJenkins. All right, at DJasonJenkins. I've been hitting this up a lot more, and that's going to continue. And then you guys know the YouTube channel. Other than that, again, congrats to all you that had a great week. We'll pick it up again next week and chat with some of you guys. Hopefully, a lot of new people in the room on Sunday.